Hey, Mac, thank you very much for coming back. I'm going to jump directly to the topic, Mac. So I've came across some buyers who are always looking to buy and they're anxious to get their home, but unfortunately, they're either self-employed or commission-based. They're not full-time employees. And they face the reality that full-time employees, it's easier for them to get pre-approved and get into their homes. So is there any way you can help these guys out and give them some tips?
Yes, absolutely. So, in my business, as being a business owner myself, I really wanted to make sure that early on in my career, I had a clear understanding out, essentially how to help myself, and in doing so, know how to help you and your families as well. About 50% of the business that I do is all business for self clients, and largely they don't qualify on paper traditionally, if you will. So, where I'm able to really offer value and assistance is through being able to connect with these families, these business owners, and give you really two different tools to be successful. So the first tool that I provide any business owner is guidance how to operate your business. And I know it sounds a bit niche, but it's really all about giving you the tools to help you qualify down the road should you look to qualify for any different mortgage solution. So I have a lot of business owners telling me, how do I declare my taxes? Like, what's best to show? Do I need to declare more to qualify for a prime lender? Like, kind of walk me through how my accounting of my business should work. So, firstly, you always want to make sure that you have a trusted tax and accountant professional ultimately guide this experience. But I can give you advice and give you kind of an insight of how lenders are going to look at your application, how lenders are going to look at your income, and then yourself and your accountant will then devise a plan how to meet that need. So, when I'm working with business owners, there's really two ways that we can engage and say, you know what, uh, um, we can engage and look at your tax returns, which, for most instances or most business owners is not a true reflection of the success their business is currently experiencing. And then the other way that we can look at it is actually through just business cash flow. So what we would do is we would encourage you to send us your business bank statements. And, very, very high level, we would assess the income that we see in those bank statements. And then together we would decide what your actual expenses are. So, leave your T1 Genera out of the conversation as far as that gross to net, and just think about the things that we need to declare to make your business, operate successfully. So things like rent, insurance, heating costs, all of those things would need to be accounted for. And then we would then determine between you and I exactly what that true net income figure is. So a lot of times when you're operating a business, you add a lot more things into the business accounting than actually need be because you're looking to be as efficient with your taxes as possible. So kind of remove all of those additional add-ons. And what we would actually come to is what your business actually has cash flow to service the mortgage annually. That's the figure that we would then pivot on and then present that to the lender. So in most instances, notice of assessments, leave them at home. T1 generals, leave them at home with the NOAs. Those can be lost in your bucket. All we want to do is see is your proof of business ownership to show that you have a business and that it's operational and the length it's been operating, as well as 12 months bank statements to see, the true success of your business coming out of COVID, for the last 12 months.
Mhm.
If you meet those two expectations or obligations, and your taxes are not in arrears from previous years in most instances, you can move forward with an application immediately with as little as 20% down. But there is another program as well that can be really key for first-time home buyers and really any buyer who is a business for self, is an insured program. So with as little as 10% down for some business owners, we actually have the ability for you to qualify as well. So, that holy grail is 20% down, but not everyone has that. We can either augment your down payment through a program we mentioned in a previous video, or we can simply approach and get you an insured loan with just as little as 10% down. So I won't go into the specificities on how we confirm your income for that insured program, but mind you, a lot of business owners are taking advantage of it, and you only need to be self-employed for as little as 1 year. You don't need that 2-year average like I think a lot of people harbor on. So, whether you're commissioned, whether you're a realtor, for example, whether you are, any professional who has a storefront or a physical address, dry clean or otherwise, you would all fit into this same program and have the ability to purchase a home without the need for tax returns. So if that sounds exciting for anyone, or if anyone has felt as though they've been on the back burner because of that hurdle, now's the time to get involved.
So to all the self-employed people who are listening to us right now, as Max said, it's not impossible as you thought it is, but there's a lot that needs to be done. I don't think you can do it on your own. You need somebody who's professional, expert to help you along the side. And I'm betting you that Mac is always your best bet. Go to Mac. Mac is going to help you out. Reach out. You can find all the contact details in this video. And as always, we're always happy to answer any questions and help as much as we can. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mac. Cheers.
Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.